Maybe Daniel, what were you saying?
Yeah, what I was saying is that further to what you have said, you know, in this country, many people they have some perception that any person living with disability has no opportunity anywhere, so they can't give him or her any chance, any
Maybe
opportunity.
Maybe.
Yeah, it's a challenge indeed, but give them the opportunity
To
let
prove
them show
themselves.
you what they have,
Yes.
what they can do. Then you can charge them from what they have done.
Yeah.
You know, this perspective of diminishing somebody's prospects is something that is not good. But we need to end it.
Yeah.
We need to end it. Let's go out there. Let's empower people. Yeah, we are not second-class citizens of this nation.
No.
We are like other people. The only problem is that we can't see. But
Yeah.
yes.
Actually, what you are saying
Yes.
is very right.
Yeah.
But number one, I, as a person who fight for people with disability, I do advocacy,
Yeah.
I do policy, I do sensitization, I do capacity building, and even fight for those people even in court. But a message to also people living with disability, all the categories, they should know that yesterday, Daniel, yesterday you had the eyes.
Yeah.
I had the eyes yesterday, but today I'm blind. And therefore, my friend Kimeu, today you are seeing, you could be the blind of tomorrow. You could be the physical challenge of tomorrow. You never know.
They say that everyone is a candidate.
Yes, of disability.
Yeah. So you never know.
Yeah.
As long as you are using the road, as long as you go to hospital, you never know what will happen tomorrow. Do to others what you will expect someone else to do for you. Yeah.
And maybe a message to these guys in position, in power. You know, today you are in power. And we are here, people living with a disability, like Dan, like myself, and other people that we will be introducing to you on this page of ours on YouTube. We will try to put it to you that there are people living with a disability and you are in a position to help them. Like, you see, we need to work on our policy. We need to do our good policy on people living with a disability. But when we discuss this with people in management, I'm talking about government, county governments, schools, schools that cannot embrace, cannot admit a boy or a girl with blindness. You know, those are the people I'm sending my message to. Know that the denying this opportunity that you are denying this boy or this girl, maybe this policy you are refusing to implement on this person with blindness, with deafness, with physical challenge, you could be a victim tomorrow. You can leave your office today in the evening, and while you are driving home, you involve yourself in an accident that will land you into Kenyatta Hospital, maybe in a coma for 6 months. After the coma, you'll be paralytic. What is that? That's disability. But it's very unfortunate to you, because you did not prepare a good policy that can govern you in this state. Now you will come to join us in suffering. But during that time you were in office, if you made a good policy, office, a victory office. Yeah, so that is what we are saying. We should move on. We should move on. Life should move on. As long as your heart is still pumping. As long as your heart is still pumping. Move on. Disability can be acquired in 3 stages. If you didn't acquire disability while you were in your mother's womb, you could acquire it when your mother was giving birth to you. Or your mother could acquire disability during that time. The third one is the one that I with my colleague here, the blindness that we've acquired is the disability that we have acquired when we are mature people. And that disability is called postnatal. This is a disability that every person can acquire. And that's why we are talking to our people on our roads, the medics, the environment, every person, to take care so that we could not cause another person to be disabled, either to lose eyes, to be blind, to be deaf, to be physical, paralytic, just because of you. No. What we should do as a nation and as a people of Kenya is that we should try to minimize, and I stress on that, underline it, to minimize. That pregnant woman, make sure you attend antenatal clinics. Make sure that you don't buy drugs over the counter from a chemist. Ati unaumwa na kichwa umekimbia. Nipewe dawa ya malaria and you are expected 6 months. Those drugs you are buying without doctor's prescription could be a disability cause to that fetus you are carrying in the womb. Make sure that you deliver in hospital. Mambo hii ya kwenda kwa mkunga, kwa gogo, wapi, kuzalia huko iishe. Enda zalia hospitali. And the medics, wale madaktari mnashughulikia watoto wanazaliwa na mama. Make sure you are professional. If you don't understand, if you don't know, don't handle that lady. Please don't handle, because your negligence, your ignorance could cause disability to that child. And the rest of the days of this child, if God gave her or him 80 years or 90, you caused it to be 90 years of disability. So make sure good consultancy is done, and like that. I'm talking to our drivers. The so-called border. The so-called border. I almost said, I'm allergic to my machine. It told me they were cuckoo. So I almost said, what I was saying is, and before I lose the point, the so-called border drivers. Usitoke kwa baiskeli na kuruka kwa pikipiki. Assuming that you've been riding a bicycle, you can ride a motorbike. We are talking to our drivers. The so-called border. The so-called border. I almost said, I'm allergic to my machine. It told me they were cuckoo. So I almost said, what I was saying is, and before I lose the point, the so-called border drivers. Usitoke kwa baiskeli na kuruka kwa pikipiki. Assuming that you've been riding a bicycle, you can ride a motorbike. We are messing up our country. We are losing professions. We are losing students. We are losing our wives. We are losing our husbands. We are losing our children from school because of ignorance. You don't have a license. You want to drive on highway. You yourself, you are not insured. Your motorcycle is not insured. And you are carrying a passenger. This passenger you are carrying here is the doctor that is going to operate your mother or your wife in Kenyatta Hospital. You carry him anyhowly, land her or him on the road, unamwacha mlemavu. Take care of that. Thank you.
Even the motorists.
Yeah.
Those drivers.
Who drink and drive.
Yes.
The mind is intoxicated.
So we should be careful. Let's avoid what we can avoid. I know we can do it. We can we can minimize this issue of disability. We can minimize the accidents that occurs on our roads.
Yeah.
Careless driving, driving under the influence of alcohol.
Yeah, gender
and others.
Gender violence.
Yeah, so
you want to destroy your husband's life, your wife's life, because of a small issue, something that you could talk. Now you destroy the life of somebody just over a small issue. Such like gender issues. Learn how to handle them. Learn how to handle. God has given us wisdom.